Hi Pooja, hi Zaina. So I'm just waiting for my co-host. So Nitin is the one who comes along with me for these career chit chat sessions. So I'm waiting for Nitin. Just sent him a message that I have logged in. I just played a little music for you guys from the movie Dangal. So how was your day, Pooja and Zaina? I think there are other people also, but I can only see you guys in the chat. So therefore asking. You can hear me, right? Yeah. Okay. So it's an interesting topic for today. But yeah, before we come to the topic, let me know how was your day. Hi Vishal. So it's Thursday today. We normally do sessions on Wednesday, but this time we thought we'll do it on Thursday. So so आप लोग का दिन कैसे गया? कोई कुछ बोल नहीं रहा है? Zaina, Vishal, Pooja, and others. Do you want to share how was your day and all? You can share. Hmm. So it's long. It's like a Christmas break is coming. Like 25th is again a Sunday this time. So छुट्टी गई सबकी. Yeah. Okay. Good day. Yeah. So, what do you think about today's topic, which is offbeat career? Oh, Pooja is also saying it's a great day. Okay. So I had a great day. So I have joined something called 5 a.m. Club. So normally it's a 21 day boot camp which was there. So it started from December 1st till December 21st, and from that उससे मुझे आदत पड़ गई है कि to get up early in the morning. So that way my day goes really well, and I plan my day intentionally like that कि सब कुछ अच्छा ही जाएगा. Whatever happens for good only, and it will be a good day. So that is a belief I carry on with the day as well. So it's been nice for me as well, and it's a lighter day at work also because it's the last 2 weeks of the year. So a lot of people are on chutti, Christmas chutti, New Year ki chuttiyon pe hain. So lighter day for me. Nitin is also here.
Hi,
Hey.
sorry I got a bit late.
No, no worries. So I was just chit chatting with these guys. I was asking them how was their day and what they think about the topic. And I played some song from Dangal Galeria.
Oh, that's nice.
So how was your day?
Well,
We were asking the same question to everybody.
it was more about wishing everyone Xmas, Merry Christmas.
Okay, long
So,
weekend, right?
yeah, so people are like, not in mood to work.
Hmm.
We discussed holiday plans, who is doing what,
Hmm.
because next week is going to be something just to chill out. Exactly, Pooja. Hi,
So,
what is Offbeat Career? It's a
so
good
yeah, let's give.
question.
Yeah, before we come to the topic, you give your introduction so that people who are new will get to know who you are, and I'll also introduce myself, and then we'll come to the topic.
Well, let me reintroduce to the new people. So, I'm an IT professional. I have around 15 plus years of experience. I'm into project management. So, basically, dealing with people, schedules, client meetings, and whatnot. And what I love to do is in my free time, I like to just, talk about career like we are having this series. I like to play guitar, and I'm a lot into coaching and mentoring, just of the few things, and I try to follow my passion in my free time. That's what keeps me busy. And good to see you all again. It's been a very good day. Exactly, and this topic is a little different
Hmm.
because I thought, let's discuss something that is not discussed about career. We have got run of the mill topics which typically are discussed, career progression, this, that. So we thought let's talk something different. So question from me would be what what you guys think about Offbeat? What comes to your mind? Because same thing came to me when I said Offbeat, it can be an Offbeat movie we say, which is a art movie. So can there be an Offbeat career? Yes, definitely. Why not? And that's why the topic, which is different and very interesting.
So
So what are
we've
your
done,
thoughts, Smita?
yeah. So yeah, we have done two sessions earlier. One is was career mapping. One was linear and non-linear career. And I'm Smita, and I'll call myself a traveler through life. I am a CA by profession, and I am into a lot of other things in life as well. So these speaker sessions are also something which I do on my free time, and I find it very interesting to meet people and interact with people. So that's the reason me and Nitin also connect, because we like working with people and doing things which we can give it away to people, whatever knowledge we have. That's the main concept by which we connect as well. So we thought of doing this career chit chat session so that we can share whatever we have learned about in our life experience, in our career, in professional life, in our personal life, so we can share those experiences so that you can learn from that as well. So yeah, so we'll come to offbeat career. So what do you mean by offbeat career? Anybody wants to take a guess here? Gaming career mostly. Okay, it's not just a gaming career. Offbeat career is not just gaming. Yeah,
I think that's part of the answer.
yeah, it can be, but
So,
yeah. So
but why do
according,
we call
yeah.
gaming as Offbeat? Why? So next question comes to my mind. Why would I call Offbeat?
Offbeat मतलब क्या है? So it means something different, right? Which is again a different from 9 to 5
Right.
job or a mainstream job. So thoda hatke ho, something which is different. So that's why it is called an off from the beat, offbeat career. So what's your take on that, Nitin?
Yes, I think something which is not a traditional career path. It is also Hi Tarun. So it is also not a non-linear. It can be somewhere, a thin line between non-linear and offbeat.
Hmm.
So as Vishal says, which are not stable, I will agree with different, but yeah,
You
I
can say
mean,
stable. It depends, right?
yeah, it might take time for stability, but yeah, you can
See,
be very stable in that
so what I
as
know is
well.
offbeat careers are all challenging. शुरू में तो बहुत challenges होता है, but benefits are really promising. That's what I understand when we say offbeat. Yeah.
हाँ, because competition कम होता है.
Hmm.
Exactly, you. So if you take offbeat, really
So
work hard.
let's share some examples of bit careers के नितिन के जो आपको पता है. Let's share. Let's hear from you as well. कौन से होते हैं? And then I'll also add into the list which I know.
Right. So that reminds me, there is a guy called Nitin Gupta who is a
Hmm.
stand-up comedian,
Okay. Yeah.
and interestingly, the
Hmm.
name of company is Entertainment Engineers.
Okay.
Right. So this guy, he was like he has quoted that he followed his heart and he
Hmm.
stumbled into comedy,
Hmm.
stand-up comedy by chance, and
Hmm.
he liked it.
Hmm.
And then he decided to give it a shot.
Hmm.
And then with as you see, there's a lot of
Hmm.
avenues, like there is
Hmm. Hmm.
Instagram, then there
Hmm.
is OTT, there's
Hmm.
TV comedy shows happening
Yeah.
on the stage as well as on television.
Hmm.
So by the time he said that he graduated, there was a good market for him.
Hmm.
And slowly, as he says, the market is growing and many
Hmm.
more are taking to comedy.
Hmm.
So as per him, he enjoys it and it gives me liberty to do what he wants. So that was one of the examples.
Hmm.
So yeah, stand-up comedy is an off-beat career, and if we
Yeah.
have Veer Das, he's
Yeah.
internationally acclaimed and he has huge following. Like there are shows on Netflix
Hmm.
of Veer Das.
So yeah, nowadays stand-up comedians make more money than IT guys. Definitely yes.
Pooja, a lot of people make more money than IT guy. You ask me, I'm an IT guy. So
So yeah.
I can vouch for that safely.
So yeah, and
Yes, Smita.
Nitin, I was telling them that I have joined a 5M club. So in that also the two people who have a part of this startup or this new thing is from IIT and is one is from IIM. So look at them. It's also an offbeat career to have an app for a 5M club to organize a WhatsApp meet or a Zoom session and making people wake up at that particular time, having a theme, having a power lesson, enjoying. And the 21 days, I did not know how it went. So that was a boot camp for me, but it's a new concept. It's again an offbeat career, I suppose. It's not, I've never seen it earlier. Ki subah uthne ke liye bhi something, they've created something for that.
Right. But then, why would I go for a bit career?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. So, like, Nitin just say hackers होते हैं. So, I've heard that there are ethical hackers also. There are
Yes.
people who, I mean, who are flavorists, जो कि flavors taste करते हैं, wine tasters हैं. There are a lot of people like that.
Yes.
And I didn't even know कि जो Wonderla, ये जो झूले होते हैं, the rides are there. There are ride testers also for that. I mean, you get paid for that. And there are careers like shopping assistants that you go and assist somebody for shopping, you get paid for that. That is also another career, offbeat career. Yeah. I've never thought shopping ke liye khud jate, the entire day goes on shopping and you get an assistant to who can help you with shopping, and again you can get paid for that. It's a new concept for me. These are the offbeat careers
Yes.
which I have seen off late, basically.
So I can think of one more, these are dog walkers. If you do
Ah,
not
that's
have time,
hmm.
and with, like, I think uh, with event of advent of COVID, I've seen there's a lot of, you know, pet thing, like people have started keeping pets and all.
Hmm.
And that has given rise to a new profession, like people are working from home or in office,
Hmm.
and then they don't have time to take dog for a walk.
Hmm.
So then what you do is, there are people who like dogs.
Hmm.
They take your dog for a walk. घुमा के
Hmm.
लेके आओ.
Hmm.
So I never knew there was such profession also.
Hmm.
So I
So yeah.
think there is question. Tarun is asking how much money can YouTubers make. So Tarun, there is, if you check YouTube, you should have n certain number of followers, and depending upon the followers, as your followers increase, they pay you. So it will
Hmm.
depend on your count of followers, and they have different bands for that, and that's how YouTubers make money. With,
Hmm.
so you can check with on YouTube how much YouTubers can make, and there are bands with starting with segment of followers.
Hmm.
So that's why you see that YouTubers advertise, ring the bell icon, start following, start liking. So you have to grow, and then, as you said, YouTube followers.
Hmm.
But then YouTube, is a very hard job, because you have to keep people interested. You have to increase your followers. That gives to a new profession
Yeah,
where
it's
people help you to grow followers.
YouTube is most convenient way to earn from offbeat career, I think. So even Instagram also nowadays you can subscribe for Insta content as well. For that, or from that also you can make money. But tell me, Nitin, one thing: why will people go for offbeat career? What is the reason?
I don't want to work sit at one place in
Hmm.
one environment.
Hmm.
I'm not suitable for that. I want to explore new things.
Hmm.
So I don't want to, do the same boring stuff, looking at my PC, or just, sit at one place. Maybe that doesn't excite me,
Hmm.
or I'm not cut out for that. Simply, I want to do
Hmm.
something which I like and which gives me more options to explore.
Hmm.
So I will think of offbeat career, because if something I do I like gives me
Hmm.
money, and
Hmm.
in which there is not much of people, like, I know, if we talk about of comedians, there are a host of people,
Hmm.
but there is option. Another thing, you might not have to go through interview process, 3 to 4 rounds, one HR, one managerial.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
You're your own boss,
So
na? So you don't need to do that.
exactly.
Hmm.
So I have free will and I want to work my way. So it's either my way or highway.
Hmm.
So I rather have my way.
Hmm. But
But
when
I
you
think
yeah, when you opt for offbeat careers, there are a lot of challenges, right? You have to like upskill, learn. I mean, वो भी तो है. I mean, you and there's no deadline. There's nobody on your head to tell you कि आज deliver करना है. So how do you function in that way? In that case.
I think discipline. If I say I'm going to let's take an example of a wine tester, or they've got sommelier or something.
Hmm.
So if I say I'm going to do that, first is I need to take a course of tasting different wines, and then I have to do some kind of internship just to learn, because then you would know the essence.
Hmm.
Then you have to network. I think networking is the most important key in
Yeah.
off-bid career,
Hmm.
because you are on your own boss and it might require spending 12 to 14 hours of work initially.
Hmm.
Another aspect is, since you are learning, you might not be paid as
Hmm.
much. Like
Hmm.
maybe you have a friend who has joined corporate and bang on, they get a good package.
Hmm.
So it can be sometimes very stressful that you're not getting paid, you're working more than the person who average works for 9 hours.
Hmm.
But I think patience, hard work, lot of networking, some kind of strategy, all this goes in place. And if you are dedicated, then definitely off-bid career can be a good payoff.
Hmm.
That's what I think. Definitely.
The networking is a must because otherwise, how will you? If you're an introvert, then you'll have to develop, I mean, work on your networking skills because उसके बगैर तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता, basically.
Right. So Zaina says, does Instagram pay their creator? Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
you can subscribe, yeah.
And
And
so if you see, there was one child actress who's in her teens called Jannat Zubair.
hmm.
So she has a huge following in millions. So they again, there is a policy of Instagram where they pay you on basis count of what is your fan following. And Instagram or YouTube is all content. If you keep giving good content, definitely. So
Hmm.
so there are people who just have a career in Instagram, and they're making good money now because their fan following is about over 1 million and it's quite stable.
Hmm. So yeah, in both YouTube and Instagram, what I've seen is ki you can subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, and for some channels they have subscription fees as well. That is also the way the YouTubers earn. And even today, when I was checking for some person in the Instagram, Divya Unni, she's a dancer in US and all. So for her content, if you want to see her special content, you have to subscribe to her Insta page. Otherwise, normal Insta content is there, but special things, whatever she's doing, if you want to have an access to it, there's a 169 rupees per month or something that piece was there.
Right.
So that's how they also earn.
So it's more so about subscribing, I guess, where the payments come. The more subscribers you have, more is the payment. And sky's the limit, I could say. So
Yeah,
I think
potential to
Smith,
hai. There's earning potential.
Smitha, you had some interesting link that you had shared with me. Do you have it handy?
So
There's
I'll
one
have to
blog.
check. Yeah, with that 9 careers, or which one do you want? Which one you're talking
I
about?
I think the first one you showed me, it was
Yeah, yeah,
very
the offbit, yeah, offbit career.
colorful.
So yeah,
Yeah,
so I'll share that link. Yeah.
yeah, that's very interesting, and that's what Smita shared, and it gives some peek into what are orbit careers and how does it look. And I found it very interesting because the content, the way it has been put, is, I think, I have not seen anything like that before.
This
So
is
while you put up,
yeah. I put in the offbit career. This is one.
yeah, so if you could show that, what if you could just share your screen and we can just go through it. How does it look?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Pooja, I'll answer that question. Why we should choose off-bid career cause competition is less? No, not at all. You should choose off-bid career because you want to be your own boss. You want to do
So,
something on your
so
own.
this is the one you were asking me, right? This offbeat career.
Yes. Yeah.
So there are a lot of in this link. If you go, you have information on your what this Offbeat career is all about, and also there are a lot of blogs, interesting blogs basically.
Right.
So this is what I found very interesting because there are a lot of people who they shared their experiences, like from somebody who went from tech to offbeat career, somebody who became from a flight attendant to took up a offbeat career, for example, this story. So there are very interesting stories here. You can go and read this, and it will be good.
Right. So,
There are a lot of
I
resources
mean,
available, recommended books
sky's
and
the limit over there.
yeah.
So, Pooja, one aspect could be competition is less. So, if you see in wine testing, you might have not seen a lot of people going in that. These days, one trend that I've seen is, if you are an introvert and let's say you don't want to network a lot, there's career which is into stocks trading, where you need not interact with anyone. You just do your own stuff and you make profits. You work as per market that gives you freedom. So that could be one aspect. Like I work as per my timing, and I decide how I has to work. I decide how much money I want. So there could be a lot of options or things that could contribute while you have an off-bit career. So there's one more interesting link, I would like to share,
Yeah,
and
okay. Yeah, you're sharing it. So I've
mm,
shared a nine
yeah,
career option. That is your which I had sent across to you as well. It is also an interesting one.
right. So, yes. So I had sent you one. Let me share.
Yeah, yeah, you share
That
yours.
is that is quite interesting. I mean, some of them I did not know.
Mhm. So yeah, so these are the links
Okay,
which we are sharing to you, so that you in your free time you can go through it because it's I think next 2 weeks might be a lighter week for you guys, so you can check out these links and think through if you want to choose an offbeat career or how it
so
feels. Yeah,
is
another.
it visible?
Yeah, it's visible. Is it?
Okay, yes. So I'll just run through the careers. Not really go through. So RJ is one. RJ is a booming industry.
Hmm.
Cricket commentator, you need some knowledge of that, definitely,
Yes,
and it is
cricket.
something specific. As you mentioned, ethical hacker does
Uh,
feature over here, and they have given the salaries also somewhere. Like
yeah.
you say, ethical hacker, how much an ethical hacker earns. Then there's video planner, there's bartender, there's ATC officers, the guys who sit in the air traffic control
Hmm.
box, which is situated high up and guide the planes. Sommelier is someone who does wine testing.
Hmm.
MC is someone who is master of ceremony. So more so MC is used in rapping, MC. But
Hmm.
MC means master of ceremonies, and it is like hosts the stations, keeps ongoing events, travel photographer, VO artist. With advent of channels like Travel XP or you have Nat Geo, there's a huge demand for voiceover artists or the cartoon channels. And you do have training for voice VO also, which is voice culture. So these are just some of them, The list can be very big, but it is interesting to know what kind of careers you can have, basically.
So
Yes,
Nitin, I was
Vishal, ethical hacker
is
is
offbeat career. Yeah.
of bit career.
So Nitin, I was telling
Yes.
you, right, I was doing decluttering, and also when I was looking at decluttering option, there I saw something in Instagram. There is one group of people who come to your home and help you uh, declutter. So they help you arrange your shelves in a proper way. So they get you boxes, so you can put your jewelry in one place, shoes in one place, and that's how they do it. So that is also becoming a career, decluttering at home. Basically, I never knew this, but I was doing something and I
Yes.
was reading on the net. So that is also another offbeat career, that कि किसी के घर जाके आप उसको sort out करके दो. दिवाली से पहले लोग आके cleaning करते हैं, but this kind of arranging your cupboards and your
Mm,
shelves and all
right.
is very different. I mean, So I saw it from I think there is Nicole Karke. There is a dancer in Mumbai. She had done a reel for her how her house was done, because her she had a lot of things to do, like a lot of dresses and shoot. I mean, for females you have jewelry and all of these things. Somebody came and did that. She had a clutter free wardrobe for herself. It was very interesting to know कि ऐसे भी लोग
Great.
available है.
And I think it does not need any formal training,
No formal train, nothing. वही है.
I believe.
No training is required for that, I think.
Right. So there's a question.
Yeah, yeah.
This
Voiceover
question
artists
from
make a
Pooja.
huge money in Japan. Yes. So voiceover artists, not only in Japan, in India also they make a lot of money. Not if you're a podcaster, you can make money there. Animations you can make money. And ये जो आपकी learning industry है या gamifications जो होते हैं वहाँ पे भी voice is used basically. So
So game
very.
developer, as you know,
Hmm,
gaming is also one of our big career. Game developer, which is emerging with all kind of apps you have, game apps you have, or you go into big games because with lot of stuff, like
yeah.
Xbox hai, PS hai. So that is there's also huge career in that.
So
But
due to
only thing I
automation
feel
also, na?
is,
Yeah. So yeah, carry on, I think. Yeah. What are you saying?
I meant anything, yeah, that you take up of it. If you see some need training, some need not have
Got it.
formal training.
So voice over के तो trainings भी available हैं. So what I've seen is कि earlier there were trainers who used to take sessions basically. Now what they're doing is they're recording it. So video recording it, and they're sending it as a module, or they're available as courses in different places. So that also they need voice. They have a content ready for it, and they want people to put the voice there. So that is also very highly paid job as well.
So if I see that I want to take up a offbeat career,
Hmm.
I, where and how I can start? I was just a random question. I
Yeah.
cannot just say I want to be a VO. Let's
Hmm.
take Pooja's example. I want to be voiceover. So what do you think? Things you would require to do to take that career, offbeat career path, like as a prep.
Uh, so Pooja, I can give you one example. So I had so my office is in Chennai. Okay, so I normally go 4 days a month to work from Chennai. So this time I'd gone in a Shatabdi, and there was this guy who's around 22, 23-year old. His name was Chetan, and his girlfriend and him, both of them, do a lot of voiceover stuff. So he was telling me a lot of things about people who there are different kinds of voiceover as well. Serials के लिए करते हैं, that's what as a training के लिए करते हैं, games के लिए करते हैं. एंड आई नेवर न्यू कि वॉइस ओवर का मुझे लगा कि वॉइस ओवर क्या है, इट्स लाइक अ सीरियल में या फिर मूवीज में डबिंग डबिंग आर्टिस्ट ही मुझे ध्यान आया, तो मुझे और कुछ वॉइस ओवर के बारे में ज्यादा पता नहीं था एक्चुअली. बट व्हेन आई सॉ द काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स दे वर टेलिंग मी, एंड आई वाज वेरी सरप्राइज्ड दैट इट्स अ बिग करियर, big career out of there as well. So and people do it as part time, people do it as a to as a big career as well, main career as well. And they do a lot of things with their voices as well, the voice modulation and all of those things. Not only sitting in India, they do it for countries outside India as well. So people who are in animation sector also have seen that they do the animation stuff, but they also look for voiceover artists.
Yes.
Disney में भी बहुत लोगों को जरूरत पड़ती है. There's somebody called Umang Joshi. He was a RJ. So people with good voiceover can be an RJ. So similarly, Pooja, I can give you another example. I had gone for this book literary fest in Bangalore, because I stay in Bangalore. So in one weekend, I met a lot of people, a lot of journalists, a lot of RJs, a lot of people who were modulating those sessions basically with the authors and the people who had come. And for that also, if you have a good voice, you can be there as a presenter or organizing events and all of those things. So voiceover has a huge market, and they can make a lot of money as well. And you can be freelancing or a consulting as well in voiceover. You do not need to be in an office, you not to be tied up with an organization. You can do freelancing also, and there are a lot of websites available where you can go and put your profile there, or a 2 minutes or a 1 minute clipping of your voice, and from there they select as well. Something which I learned recently, that's why I'm able to tell you this.
That's interesting. That's quite interesting. I think one more option I could see was if you like pets, you can be a pet groomer.
Yes, pet groomer is also another thing is foster home. So So I know a friend of mine who loves pets, and also जो stray dogs हैं या फिर injured dogs हैं, जो the dogs or cats or birds. She is a rescued birds. She gets rescued animals, and she has a foster home, and then she brings them home, takes care of them, and once they're fine and all, she will put an ad key. Is anybody there to adopt? So she does that kind of
Right,
work also.
right,
Again,
right.
an offbeat
For,
career for her.
it's like foster for pets. Some
Pets,
people
foster
do
for
that.
pets. Very, I never knew कि foster homes are there for pets as well. It was a very new thing for me when I saw this, and but a very interesting concept basically. And we should know various language also, I think. So voiceover artist के लिए depends which where you are and what you want to do, because sometimes you do not know need to know a language, but you can write it in your own language. That's what I was also asking the one of the person, that person used to do it for for Germany, I mean German language. So what he said is that he writes things in Marathi so that he can speak in that German language. He doesn't know the German language, but whatever he needs to speak, he translates into his own local language, and then he speaks it. So not necessary that you need to know all the languages. It is an added advantage.
I think, if you know English, Hindi, and one regional language, you are
Yeah.
good to go. Reason being, lot of serials get dubbed into local content.
Hmm.
Lot of English movies get dubbed into Hindi,
Hmm. So
and so you have varied scope over there. I
so
think
I
three languages is good enough.
yeah, yeah, and also
You
I've
know,
seen people who teach grammar also, English grammar, using replay. That is also another career, to teach English basically, not the normal English. What the kind of words we use, they want to use different words for that, synonyms for that. So that kind of career is also, that's an offbeat career. There are people who do book summaries. That is also a career basically. They do it in YouTube. They do it book summaries in bookstores. They do it for kids, storytelling, and all of those things. So that's also has become a new option for that.
right. So we have discussed so many options,
Hmm.
but then how do I take those first steps?
Yeah. Now there's a app for book summary yet. Or there are also a lot of apps, Audible and all of those apps also, where you can go and read and listen to books as well. There are a lot of other lot of apps right now. So yeah, how do you make the first step? That's what you were asking, right, Nitin?
Yes. What do you think? Let's say I decide that I don't want to go into some specific stuff. So, what would be the first things that would be required? Because you cannot just jump into that.
So you will have to. I think you will have to do a planning. Ki kya karna? What do you want to do? Basically, need to know, understand what your interests are. Because if you don't like something, you cannot take it long term. Basically, that's what I feel. Basically, if somebody is interested in painting, then only they can go and become a freelancing artist or do whatever they want in that space. Basically, and if they need some training, they need to go for the training. Some people might be having that artistic touch, but they do not know how to market it, how to create a content, how to reach people as well. So they need to collaborate with somebody so that those people can help you take your skill again. So that's again an offbeat career, but you'll have to take other people's help as well. That's what I think.
Right.
Yeah. So you need to
Right.
know your passion basically. We should make money from stable job and then take the risky step. Not necessary.
I mean, Vishal is coming from place where where you're already working,
Yeah.
and then so if you do not have any liabilities like loans or any kind of money liability, then it's easy to switch to Upbit.
Mm.
If you have liabilities, then you need to check out a plan how you are going to transition. So then you are
Yeah.
not risking it all.
Yeah, so you have to look at all the risk basically before you go into an offbeat career. That's the main thing, and what it will take for you to actually start. So practically सोचना पड़ेगा. मतलब you can't be a daydreamer that you want to become something and बस उनके सपने देखो. मतलब you'll have to put action. So the difference, the bridge between the dream and you get the reality is action basically. If you take that, you'll have to take a necessary action and actually find another thing I think is if you find a role model, if you know somebody is doing a voiceover, you want to do become like them, then you can go reach out to them. Aaj ke time mein to there are options, you can reach out to people in media, DM karo Insta mein, you'll get a lot of information. A lot of information is there in Google and as well. So you'll have to search for data, back up your data, plan it out. If that doesn't work, is there a plan B available for you? So again, that's a lot of planning goes into it.
Yes, because it's not a career which is, which is a
Hmm.
trodden path. So this needs more planning, I think, than
Yeah, so
normally you
because
do.
results भी तो delay आएंगे, because you never know, अगर आप YouTube चैनल शुरू करते हो कितने व्यूअर्स पहले आएंगे, हो सकता है कोई भी ना आए, हो सकता है एकदम से कुछ आ जाए, you never know. So there are singers whose song has got popular in just overnight मिला है लोगों को. And sometimes you need, if you're doing something, you need, for example, you want to get become a photographer, you need those equipment, basically wildlife photography जाना है, before you go prepare your case with your national geographical channel कहीं जाना है, उससे पहले you need all those things to be ready. So for that, equipment also requires money as well. So that is that, I think they are also the challenges.
Yes. So risk, yes, if you have liabilities, financials,
Hmm.
then you cannot switch. It is a risky step. Agreed. If you do not have financial liabilities, it's a little easier way. But yeah, I think offbeat careers require much more planning
Hmm.
than you take a normal career. But I think it is very exciting if you take that up, if you follow it up. But yeah, as Smita said, there should be plan B. Always. Always there should be some backup.
So नितिन, एक और चीज है ना, माइंडसेट यहाँ पे फेलियर का होना चाहिए ना, कि if you fail also it is okay, at least you made a, there's always you can go back to another career, academically जो पढ़ा है उसमें भी जा सकते हो, not necessary, because people can fail, it may not something you start off, it doesn't work, people get demotivated and go into a low phase depression because risk liya hai, loan liya hai, so how do you repay, those things also come in. So actually you have to be very I think the mindset has to be like that strong mindset, that whatever happens you will go ahead with it, or you have a plan B, it doesn't work, it doesn't matter, just take it as a learning curve and move ahead, है ना, that's also
Right. And
lesson.
it, as you mentioned, it's good to have some mentor in that area if you're relatively new.
It's good to hear.
Like yeah, so if I say VO, or if I talk about wine testing, if somebody is in that field who has been through that, already knows the pitfalls,
Hmm.
and that can save you from those unknown area risks or pitfalls what could come on the way. And I think these days, with so many socializing platform, you can find any person in any field and get in touch.
Yeah. So even for, I think, Offbeat Career Care, there are a lot of people who do TED Talks as well. So if you can find somebody who's done, so they will talk about how what's been their journey, and try to understand the journey of people
Yes,
who've been there. And so it will be helpful, because जो गलती उन्होंने की, you don't have to repeat. At least you can learn from it and make new mistakes.
exactly.
You make new mistakes basically. New mistake, new mistake. It's new innovations, right?
Always. And maybe that mistake can be an opportunity, you never know.
You never know. Yeah, absolutely. You never know.
But yeah, I think if I put it overall, it is exciting, and a lot of people are going into off-bit. There is DJ, there's bartending, with number of clubs opening.
Hmm.
So it depends on, out of the various interests that you have, what you want to do. It would be the first step, identify, and then start getting
Outdoors
more
also.
information.
नितिन, आउटडोर्स ऑल्सो आजकल बहुत चल गया ना, आउटडोर्स पहले इतना ज्यादा नहीं था, नाउ इट इज देयर, माउंटेनियरिंग, ट्रैकिंग, सो मेनी, पहले तो माउंटेन्स में कितने कम ट्रैकिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, नाउ यू हैव लॉट ऑफ पीपल गोइंग फॉर ट्रैक्स एंड ऑल. That's another
Right,
outdoor is also a different offbeat career as well, which is not a 9 to 5 job. There the thrill, the risk, the adventure is all different. People doing zip
right,
lines, organizing zip lines, organizing camps for people, they're all different career options basically. Yeah.
right. So I think what is required is identifying what you like to do
Mm.
as an off-bit career would be the first step, because you have varied interests.
Mm.
But what interests you most and what you can take up, that germ needs to be there. And once you know that you're going that way, then you start planning for all the ways, like who are the people whom I can connect with, what are the first steps, what
Mm.
is the timeline that I'm looking at, what if it does not work out. So once, and you should put it down on paper, not just on head. Once you start writing, your mind gives you a lot of ideas, and then you should have that plan with you. And once you have the plan, then you start working on it.
Yeah. I think we can summarize now. So what I feel is you should know your why you want to get into offbeat career. Then the how
Very
will
true.
become clear. So if you do not know the why, then the how will never be clear. So get your whys clear, then how will definitely happen. Are
Yes.
there any
I,
more questions? Let's ask if there are any more questions. If there are no questions, so is there anything something you want to summarize, Nitin?
yes, I think, this is something, a food for thought, maybe over for the weekend. And conventional careers are growing in India, and definitely, if feasible, you can make your interest as your career as an off-bit career, and it is fruitful provided you chalk it out and then you have patience, because it can be sleepless nights also. So it is like, are you game for it? You want, if you, or you are okay with the cushion. If you don't want that cushioned life which will come later, you should be ready to take it head on, prove yourself, and that gives immense satisfaction. And you can say, like, you have come up your own way and you are an entrepreneur. So that satisfaction gives a different high.
Hmm.
So I think, yeah, no harm in trying, definitely. As if feasible, you can give it a shot. You can take it as a parallel career. Just maybe do it for weekends just to try it out. It need not be full-time career. It can be just a part-time. You can do some things over weekend and try if that offbit works for you.
That hustle culture is there, na? Hustle kar lo along with your job for some time, and then
Yes, exactly. But yeah, this is something which is coming up, and I thought, yeah, there is something to talk about of it. So
yeah,
that's why we thought of
exactly.
taking this topic.
So I think
So I
there are no
guess,
questions, so we can end the session now.
yes, we can. Thanks,
Mhm.
Pooja.
Thank you, Pooja.
And you guys have a great weekend. Wish all a very Merry Christmas
Yeah, enjoy your weekend.
and a
Happy
good time.
Christmas.
So we'll come up with something innovative like this soon.
Yeah,
Right, Smita?
yeah. We'll definitely meet up with a new topic then. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks
Good
all.
night.
Thanks for joining. Good night and have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Signing off for now.